Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. Sometimes a single rumor is enough to pull you into someone else's problem. Someone somewhere heard that people you know are struggling. Someone said, you know things are really bad for them. You didn't call them. You didn't ask. You don't actually know what's going on. But the gossip worked, and suddenly you automatically decided, I need to do something. I have to. You already created a scenario where you are the savior. You already felt the weight you placed on yourself. You already started telling others, they're going through this, and I'm the only one helping. No one else does. But you're not helping. You're complaining. Complaining about something no one asked you to carry. You heard something, filled in the gaps, created a role, and stepped into it. It's like a wife who constantly complains about her husband to her friends, to her mother, to anyone, except him, and then suffers. Why doesn't he understand me? It's like a husband who is unhappy with his wife, but instead of sitting down, talking, figuring things out, he escapes into alcohol, into his phone, into conversations with friends, and continues living in tension he refuses to resolve. It's like grown children who decide they are obligated to carry other people's debts, to save those who never asked to be saved, to provide for those who never said, I need help. You told yourself, I must. But you don't have to. You chose. You imposed this role on yourself. And now you live inside this performance, as if it's the only script available. You suffer only because you don't know how to refuse roles you assign to yourself. You're afraid of being judged, afraid people will think you're cold, afraid of being seen as a bad person. So you go through life carrying other people's problems that may already be solved or never existed in the first place. People manage. They always do. Humans are wired to find a way out, even when everything falls apart. We don't starve. We don't freeze. We don't die alone unless we choose to. So why do you think they won't survive without you? Maybe you just want to feel needed. Maybe you want someone to say, you're a hero. But if your help feels like a burden, if after helping you feel no relief, only resentment, exhaustion, and irritation, that's not help. That's self-imposed sacrifice. Sometimes you're just living your life and no request, no expectation, and suddenly someone appears with advice, support, solutions. They offer help you never asked for. At first it feels fine. They supported you, offered something, helped. Okay, thank you. But then the bill comes. Not in money, in control. You start to notice. They behave as if you owe them now. They invested in you, so now they have rights over you. Your attention, your gratitude, your life. Remember when I helped you? And you didn't even call me. I did so much for you, and you. Sound familiar? That's not friendship. That's not love. That's a transaction disguised as care. You were overwhelmed with kindness, and then told, you belong to me now. These relationships quietly turn into pursuit. The savior becomes the accuser. Love turns into a chain, and you become an obligation. Where there is a victim, a savior, and a persecutor, the most dangerous part is this. Sometimes all three roles are played by the same person. First, they save you. Then they get angry you're not grateful enough, and then they make you guilty. But you never asked for it. You never said, save me. You didn't invite them into your life. They came on their own. They chose it. They created the role. And now they expect you to play along. These kinds of people don't hear you. They only hear themselves. Their need to feel needed. Their pain wrapped as help. Their Zarania-prepared resentment in case you don't follow the script. And the moment you say no, they won't understand. They'll get offended. They'll perform the entire drama of accusations. You're ungrateful. You reject kindness. You push everyone away. But the truth is, you were used to make someone feel important. That wasn't love. That was dependency. They didn't want to help you. They wanted to feel needed. They weren't saving you. They were saving themselves from their own inner emptiness. Real strength is not about saving everyone. not about carrying other people's lives, other people's families, other people's burdens. A strong person is not the one who says, "I must." A strong person is the one who can say, "This is not my role." They don't blame the world for being unfair. They don't blame others for being ungrateful. They don't demand love. They don't demand recognition. They live whole, in their own truth. And everyone's truth is different. Your power is in not replacing your life with obligations that were never yours. You don't have to be convenient. You don't have to be good. You don't have to save everyone just to feel needed. If you help, help without conditions. If you say yes, say it from overflow, not from guilt. If you feel like you're carrying someone else's weight, stop. Because that is not your pain, not your task, not your path. Every person has the strength inside to go through their own journey. Even if they are crying now, even if they are falling, they have their own internal compass. And when you take that away from them, you are not saving them. You are taking their power. People don't become strong when everything is handed to them. They become strong when they go through it themselves. And you? You can be there. You can love, listen, support, but not carry their life for them. Because strength is not in saving. It is in awareness, in the ability to stop and say, "This is mine, and this is not." And if you feel like you're living in a play where you've been assigned the role of savior, victim, or martyr, it's time to step off the stage. Take off the costume. Return to your reality. The one where you are alive, free, owing nothing to anyone, and capable of loving without guilt, without obligation, without should. Start with something simple. Stop. Sit down. And ask yourself one question. Is this really mine? If you're about to help someone to rush in to prove something, pause. Look inside. Do you feel guilt if you say no? Are you afraid they will stop loving you? Do you believe they won't survive without you? Are you acting for praise or validation? If the answer is yes, you are not acting from love. You are acting from a program installed in childhood. Be good. You must help. You are loved only when you're needed. You're stronger, so help. If not you, then who? But the truth is, no one collapses without your help if they never truly needed it. People don't ask, but you're already saving. People are managing, and you're already suffering. People are smiling, and you're carrying their weight in your mind. Replace the word should with want. You say, "I should help. I should clean. I should go. I should carry everything." Ask yourself, do I actually want this? If not, stop. You are living inside someone else's program. Do not take responsibility for what no one asked from you. If you didn't hear a request, it's not your responsibility. Someone hinted, someone struggles, someone looks unhappy, but they didn't ask. Don't step in where you were not invited. Don't become the hero on a stage that isn't yours. Let go of expectations. You don't have to match anyone's idea of a good person. You don't have to be convenient, kind, rescuing. You can simply be yourself, without obligation, without the need to be liked, without earning love. Notice your habit of complaining. When you say, "No one appreciates me. I help everyone, but no one helps me. I do everything alone. It's always on me." That's not you speaking. That's the victim program, the one that takes the burden first and then blames everyone for how heavy it feels. Stop. You don't have to take anything. Understand this. Freedom is not selfishness. You are not selfish for choosing yourself. You are not a bad person for not saving everyone. You are finally becoming yourself, whole, untouched by false guilt. This is the exit, not through struggle, but through awareness. When you stop living from "I should" and start living from "I am." Sometimes we take the role of a savior not because we want to help, but because we cannot face our own life. When you are lost, when you don't know who you are, what you want, where you're going, It's easier to step into someone else's pain and say, "I'll fix it." It sounds noble, but often it's just escape. Escape from yourself, from your truth, from responsibility for your own emptiness. We create an image. I'm strong. I'm smart. I handle everything. I know better. And in that story, others become weak, lost, less capable. And that gives you permission not to grow. Because someone has to carry the world, right? That's how the ego survives. You act not from love, but to feel superior, needed, important. And if you're honest, most of the time you don't even want to help. You just want to talk about it, to complain, to show others how much you do, how much you carry, how good you are. That's not help. That's filling inner emptiness with other people's problems. And the moment you ask yourself honestly, do I really want to help or do I just want to feel important? That's where awakening begins. That question is the exit. Because now you stop saving. And you start choosing yourself. Sometimes we carry other people's burdens because we're afraid to be alone. Not because we want to, but because we believe, if I don't help, they will stop loving me. They will leave me. I will become a bad person. And so you take what isn't yours. Other people's debts. Other people's guilt. Other people's failures. But your value is not in what you carry. It is in who you are. And maybe for the first time in a long time you can say to yourself, I don't owe anything to anyone. I simply exist. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.